What's up, everybody? This is Jack from Crypto 49er, bringing you my knowledge in cryptocurrency. So today I want to talk about, can you make money with cryptocurrency trading bots? For people that have been watching my channel for a bit, you know that I've been working with the Gekko Trading bot, and I have had some success with it overall. At least in my opinion, I made money with it. So you're wondering that question right now, that answers for you. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I came across this thread a little while ago, just wondering anyone have success with Gecko or other bot traders. That is a very important question that I had when I first heard about bot trading with cryptocurrency. I think the most popular one I heard of when I was first interested in it was the gun bot. But unfortunately, the pricing was really what kind of pushed me away from it. Because it's not super expensive, but right now it is 0.15 Bitcoin for the gun bot Ultimate Edition. It's about like $900 right now, roughly $900 to $1,000, and I think that's what they always been trying to push for, about $1,000 for an unlimited lifetime license to use this bot. $1,000 is quite a bit of money, so that's the reason why I didn't really buy into Gunbot. But there are other ones out there as well, and then there's something like Hasbot, which charge even more. If you look into the advanced version, 0.2 Bitcoin, which comes out to right now almost $1,200 at the current Bitcoin prices, around 6,000 and change. And then there's Profit Trailer, which doesn't even give you a unlimited license. You pay on an annual basis of 300 euros for the basic or 450 for the pro package. So there's all these other bots, and then there's Gecko, which is free. So that's why I end up going with Gecko, just because I am into programming and I'm like, hey, I should be able to figure this out. And I would say I have for the most part, but I'm still not throwing a ton of money at Gecko at this point, just because I still want to get it to work exactly the way I want to, and I'm about like a little over halfway there. But anyway, let me go in and cover some of the comments that this guy got from his Reddit post, and why I find it very helpful and interesting just reading from the thread. So one of the first things that you get actually is the fact that Ask Mike, the developer of Gecko, he actually responded to this thread as well. Not so much whether or not Gecko is successful, but whether or not he was successful using Gecko to make profits. And the answer is yes. According to him, he said that I was very successful in making profits a few years back. Now I'm very successful in managing risk, being exposed to the market upside while reducing risk to crashes by getting out fast. And I think that's probably what he did. This is posted 6 months ago, right around the time when crypto started crashing. Very possible that he got out of the market perfectly. I'm sure people don't want to share too much information about how much money they make from crypto, as they don't want to get hacked, and I'm sure Axe Mike doesn't want to give that much details either. But it does show that at the minimum, Gecko is very successful for one person at least. But there are other comments as well. So I think actually we should go back up to the very top right here. One of the first comments I have here, I think was from Intertron. He said, all commercial bots I tried lost money compared to buy and hold, no matter what settings were tried. I think for me personally, I'm not trying to rag on Intertron here. Me personally, I probably would have the same problem as he had if I don't have the time to actually research and to actually figure out how technical analysis works, because at the end of the day, all these bots rely on technical analysis. That's my understanding. And if you don't believe in technical analysis, you shouldn't even be trying to play with cryptocurrency trading bots. But more importantly, I didn't know anything about technical analysis 6 months ago. So when I heard of bot trading, I'm like, oh, how do they work? So I didn't really understand it. But then if I tried to buy a commercial bot and not learn about technical analysis, I feel like I probably would have the same experience as Intertron did, where you buy a bot and you're like, okay, let me try different settings. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try different settings, and it just doesn't work. And I end up losing money. So I think that's what most of the people that have experience with bots and lost money is because of the fact that they don't know how the technical analysis portion of it works, and that's why they're not able to get the bot to work properly. So here's another one from Peasant Wizard. He said, laugh out loud, paid 0.3 for Has a couple years ago and didn't even break even. So I'm assuming 0.3 Bitcoin. And he didn't even break it even. The software was basically unusable. I did learn a lot about strategies and put some hours into exploring exchanges and API. I also learned you have to pretty much do it yourself from the ground up and constantly adjust the strategy based on the market and your unique situation. Getting some practice with Python and bot trading is always on my to-do list, just out of reach. What Peasant Wizard just said is paid bots. I mean, this is again like a few years ago, so I'm sure they're a lot better now. Or actually, I can't say for sure, but I would think that they're a lot better now, but they can still be unusable or not to your expectation just because you pay for them doesn't mean they work exactly the way you want to. And that was the case with Peasant Wizard. And more importantly, he pointed out that you still have to constantly adjust the strategy even though you have the bot up and running. So that's pretty much what I have heard when I was doing my research on cryptocurrency bot trading. It's like a lot of people said that you have to basically adjust your strategy based on whether or not the market is going up, is it going down, or is it trending or going sideways. So that doesn't really automate it as much as you want it to. That's the whole point of bot trading. You want a bot to be automated and trading for you 24/7 without you having to worry about it. But that's not the case. At least that's not what Peasant Wizard pointed out. And he ended up paying 0.3 Bitcoin for it and just lost money. Here's something interesting. J-Box said that he set up Gecko yesterday. This is 3 months ago, but he's using he's using the CCI strategy, which I haven't looked into, and I probably should because based on what he says that he's making about $1 an hour on average, and it's based on the trading investment of $500. So even for him, he's able to set up Gecko with zero coding knowledge. He was able to set it up and able to use the CCI strategy and make about $1 an hour, which is quite interesting because that's another person. Though there's at least two people here that said that you can make money from Gecko, not so much from other trading bots, but from Gecko. And at least, I mean, in J-Box's case, it's not. He didn't say it's a lot of money. $1 an hour doesn't sound like a lot of money, but hey, based on the fact that he only put in $500, the next guy, Russ915, actually pointed out that he's making about 4.8% a day. So that is pretty good if it's actually consistent. So I definitely have to look into the CCI strategy and see how that actually works. So and the last one I just want to point out is from Flash Dave 73. So he said that I got Gecko working a few days ago and have been addicted to finding a paper trader parameter strategy. This is one of those things where I got into that little funk myself, where I was anyway, really concentrated on paper trading. And I have to say it's important. I think for you to really get understanding of how Gecko works, yes, it's very important. I think you probably spend at least a week paper trading and just learning how it works. But after that, it really should be live trading because there are so many other issues with live trading that you don't get on paper trading, like the exchanges, the API servers going down. You have like the Gekko trading bot crashes. I mean, it doesn't crash that often for me, so I definitely experienced it. And just the fact that like there are times when Gecko puts in a order, but that order doesn't get fulfilled at the price you want it to. That is probably one of the biggest problems that you will get from live trading that you won't get from paper trading. Because paper trading, you guarantee a price because you're not actually trading real money. So that order that Gecko puts through is based on the closing price of that particular crypto. There's 100% chance it will get filled when you're doing paper trading, whereas in live trading, it just doesn't happen. The bottom line is this. Trading bots do make money, but only if you have put in the time and effort to learn how to set them up properly. Paid bots are easier to set up, but since they don't guarantee success, only day traders or people really knowledgeable in technical analysis should pay for them. The rest of us should use Gecko or Zenbot, another open source cryptocurrency trading bot, and focus on live trading. Even if it's just coffee money, there's no requirement on how much you have to trade, to live trade. It's not like E-Trade account or whatever these accounts where you have to, where you're stock trading, you have to trade a certain amount. With cryptocurrency, you can buy a fraction of a fraction. So it's really, you can trade as little as coffee money. I'm not giving you financial advice here, but coffee money, if you could just put in $5 to trade just to see how the bot works, you get a lot more information on how it's supposed to work rather than just like what it would potentially do because you're paper trading. So that's why I think you should definitely focus on live trading and not so much also backtesting either. Backtesting is another thing that doesn't really show how a bot will act in the real world. So that's my video for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think about trading bots and which one you guys paid for. Perhaps you guys have already paid for one of those other big name trading bots and having issues with it. Let me know because I definitely want to have a conversation about that and just to understand what they really do that are better than the open source versions like Gecko or Zenbot. As always, like and subscribe, hit the bell icon for post notifications. If it isn't crypto, it isn't worth mining, it isn't worth speculating. Peace out.